What's going on, everybody? Coach Kiki
And Coach Beckett.
and we are back with another Champaigne Gainz podcast. Today, we are going to talk about being present in the season that you're in.
Yes.
So whether that's just if you're a lifestyle client, if you're just living life, and that could go to, as a lifestyle client, if you're in a cutting phase or in a, building phase, or just kind of living life, maintenance.
If it's summer or whatever.
Yeah, and then additionally, obviously we're bodybuilders, so whether you're in a pre-prep stage, whether you're in contest prep, whether you're in reverse diet phase, building / bulking, or if you're just living life.
Yeah.
I guess.
Well, I think when I was looking at the notes for this, you're always in one of those seasons, if bodybuilding is an ultimate goal for you that you have long term, you're always in one of those seasons.
Yeah, I feel like when I first started bodybuilding, it was more common that bodybuilders, the general amateur bodybuilders were bodybuilders when it was important for them to be bodybuilders. And then
Right.
as time has shifted and bodybuilding has become more
it's harder to do
and more relevant
yeah.
in on social media, and it's becoming more popular and it's becoming much more competitive. You kind of have to live that lifestyle all the time, and to certain degrees.
Right. Well, even last weekend when we were out with Olivia, and I don't remember what we were talking about, probably about drinking or something, but you were like, I'm trying to get on the Olympia stage someday. I have to be on all the time, always. That is always in her mind. And that was a good reminder for me, you're trying to get your pro card, so you need to eat all your fucking food back in
yeah.
all the time.
Yeah, it's as much as I would want to just say have a effort mentality sometimes, I can't afford to do that.
Yeah.
Because I don't have the genetics to be on the Olympia stage. And so I have to work my ass off or on. And I'm not blessed. So I have to work extra hard. So me deciding to drink 2 days in a row is not getting me anywhere closer to my goals of being an Olympian. And it's very hard to, tell that to people who aren't in it. They're like, oh, well, it's just one day. I'm like, yeah, well, it's one day, but that you'd never know.
Right.
I'm also just a creature of habit, and I love bodybuilding, so I could be in prep for anything all the time.
Right. And it even in the non-bodybuilding space, it's just one day. Well, that easily turns into multiple days.
Yeah.
And then you're super far from your goal again. Not super far from your goal, but you could be super far from your goal, or it's not getting you closer to your goal. You should always have a goal in mind.
Yeah, I know. I feel like sometimes if we want to do something on a Wednesday or Thursday, it's a power struggle to stay 100% perfect the rest of the week. So I really try to do my best Sunday through Friday afternoon is my time of no fooling around.
Mm-hmm.
So then I can at least enjoy Saturday. But being present, I mean, it doesn't necessarily mean that you have to be obviously you're looking for certain goals in the future, but you kind of have to be meet you where you are right now in order to appreciate what is to come with those future goals.
Yeah, for sure. What did this episode idea spark from? You talking to Anthony?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So this guy is in prep right now, and it's even in that moment, you have to enjoy it. You're doing this for a reason. So that's just another example of
you
might be dying.
Yeah, so he's prepping for his very first show, and every time we walk in the gym and I see him, I always ask him how he's doing. He's like, okay, we're still going. I was like, yo, like this is your first bodybuilding prep.
Yeah.
Like you should be present in this fact. Like, because I think it was earlier this week, I was like, yo, you're stepping on stage in like 12 days. It's gonna be gone before you even know it, and then you're gonna like regret not taking pictures or remembering like how you feel. Like even if you feel shitty, like because you're dieting and you're close to your show, like embrace that and like be present and just know that like the way you're feeling now is, probably how you're supposed to feel. And also like that, like you're like that's what's going to get you to your goal is, the suck at that point.
Yes. And everything is temporary. So, look at it that way too.
Yeah. And then like what else? So Olivia, for example, she is always like, well, when am I prepping next? I'm like, oh girl, we need to grow. Like I want you to enjoy and embrace this season of discomfort. Be present that you are in your building season. You can go out to brunch with me and Becken, have a fried chicken, a biscuit sandwich, and then also have sushi at night the same day.
Right.
So like be present in that and just enjoy the times where you're going to feel amazing in the gym and have more flexibility with your food and just, I don't know, be present.
Just do it.
Yeah.
Just do the things.
Yeah. Well, I was reading something when we were preparing for this. It's so like bodybuilding as a lifestyle, and you think of it, it's not like an on-off switch. So some people think like, oh, well, I'm on in prep, or like turn it off when I'm like not in prep. And they made an example about like dials. So it's not a switch, it's more like dials where you turn certain things up and certain things down. So whether that be like your food flexibility, your drinking habits, I don't know, and turn it all the way up. Your training is going to stay pretty much on all the time, but dialing in of where you should, like dialing in cardio a little bit more, or being even more intentional than what you were in your improvement seasons. Maybe you're turning that dial up to make sure you're with your weight that you're using in the gym and not being a little bitch.
Yes.
Right. And so I think that's like the biggest thing was like when I was thinking about like being present, it's like, so you want to be present and you want to make sure those dials are where they need to be with what season of life and bodybuilding that you are in. You don't want to have them all turned up all the way 100% of the time, because then when you come time to prep, like it's like you're almost already at that burnout stage.
Yeah.
So like if you don't allow yourself to like eat the Pop-Tart, or for me like eat a donut on a random Wednesday, then when I get into prep, I know I can't do that. So then I'm just going to be pissed at myself even more,
right,
that I didn't eat the donut when I wanted to.
So do it when you can.
Yeah.
But within limits.
Yeah. So what else about being present? I know that was kind of like my big, I just wanted to like put that up just because the interactions that I've had with Anthony, I was like, be present,
enjoy
write your shit down, take all the photos in your life season and in your prep season. Because like I remember my first couple preps, like I don't have any other photos of me like in the gym, me training, me having fun. It's literally like my check-in photos, and that's it.
Yeah, I was literally just going through, I was deleting pictures on my phone the other night, and I like seeing all of those. I didn't like document my first prep on Instagram or anything. Like I was just like, surprise, I did it. And then, but I still have all those pictures in there, and they're so fun to look back on. Like, oh, so little.
I know, yeah.
And then I saw a screenshot of a text I had from you, like, so that would be my second prep. And it was like, hi, oh my God, I can't believe you didn't text me this weekend. Do you want to hop on a call today? And then my response was, yeah, I debated even telling you because I didn't want to be one of those girls that can't deal. But sure, hopefully I can keep it together. No idea what was going on.
I have no idea.
But it was funny to look back on.
Dang it, I wish I could have read that email. Yeah, I mean, I think it's, as time goes on with bodybuilding, like I appreciate being present more, like being present in prep, like with myself, like I'm in it and I'm enjoying and embracing the suck. It's there's no way around it. Like prep is going to suck, so embrace it and like appreciate the fact that you are, able to prep and you're just putting yourself through the shit.
Yeah. And in the opposite, appreciate that you get to eat a lot in your off season. I was like thinking yesterday, someone punched me in the face right now for like wanting to complain about how much I'm eating because I know in 4 months I'm gonna be dying.
Yeah. So just remind yourself, and that's the good thing to have as a coach. Like good thing to have a coach like in all of those seasons, so they can remind you of the certain things, or if you're not being present, or if you're being a complete asshole, or if you're doing all of these things, like someone's there to like keep you in check.
Yeah.
So be present in all seasons of life and bodybuilding.
Enjoy it.
Yeah.
Embrace the suck.
Embrace the suck. Eat the donuts when you can.
Yeah. That sucks.
That's my piece of advice for everybody.
Yes.
Especially now, as we're like, right now, for most people, since we are going into a holiday season, holiday phase of things, not a lot of shows are happening. Everyone should be embracing being present in their improvement seasons, eating the food, not being an asshole.
Yes.
And then knowing that when January comes, Coach Kiki and Coach Beckin's gonna crack.
Yeah. A little bit on that, like holiday season coming up though, like being present means being present like with people, and it's not all about food. Just a little gentle reminder.
Yeah.
It's not all about food.
Yeah, it doesn't have to. I think I realized that when we went to Mexican last week, I wasn't really feeling Mexican, but I was just like,
oh yeah,
okay, whatever. Like it's just food, it's just one meal. So like I didn't order anything like outlandish. I literally ordered like the grilled fish and the chicken tacos, and I think I ate the protein out of them.
Yeah.
And then had some chips.
Yeah.
That's it. I didn't really care.
Yeah, and that's a good place to be in too, like not being so food focused.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I think
that's all we got.
That's all we got for this.
Be present in the moment.
Yeah, be present. Enjoy all the things. All right. Peace out.
Stay positive.